Okay guys, let's move on to the practice side of it now. So now I'm just going to show you how to map the eyebrows, and then we're going to move on to the eyebrow threading. So mapping the eyebrows, first we're going to take a look at the person's face. You can close your eyes now, Emily. Thank you. So now I'm going to check where is the actual middle of the face. Now I'm checking on the cupid bow, middle of the nose, between the eyes. And I'm just going to mark it there. Here it is, quite symmetrical face. That's all good. I'm just going to do a little mark up here. So that's our middle. Once the middle is marked, we're going to mark the outside corner, the tail, the end of the eyebrow, through the end of the nostril, through the end of the eyelid, up here. Mark it. Here it is. Same on the other side. End of the nostril, end of the eyelid. Now we're going to mark the stars of the eyebrow. Where is it going to start? It usually starts with the inside of the eye, the tear duct. But they start growing kind of a little bit further here for Emily, so I'm just going to bring them slightly further as they are, because I think it's a nice shape considering the cheeks and the forehead. So it's nice to have them slightly more close together. So we're going to leave them as they are, and it's nearly into the tear duct up here, so it's nearly there. Mark. Same on the other side. Marked. Now I'm going to compare if this side is the same on this side. I can see it already straight away with the naked eye that that side is bigger. So I'm going to move it here to balance them out. Now I'm going to check the sides if they're all equal. There's also this tool, it's called caliper. You can check the length on that. I really love to use it for the eyebrows because you can actually check if the sides are equal. We can also check the length of the eyebrow here. If it corresponds with the other length, it's perfect. Now I'm going to set up the arches where the arch is. Now the arch should be somewhere in the end of the eye, so I'm usually checking by the eye. So it's really close to the end of the eye, but it's not at the really corner. And I'm going to bring it up on top and put straight line there. Same on the other side. I'm going to do exactly the same, nearly to the end of the eye, but not at the very corner. And I'm going to check myself with the caliper now once more time, just to make sure everything is matching. I'm going to set it up. It's 36. And this one is exactly the same, 36. Everything is matching. Once everything is done and everything is matching on both sides, I'm going to set the top line for the arch by bringing it all just up to level up. Now I can see this eyebrow is growing slightly higher. I'm not going to change it a lot. And to put a few marks. So now all it's left is just to connect all of them. I just need to find out where I want to start the eyebrow, how thick I want them to be. So they will start somewhere here. And now we're just going to connect everything. That line connects with the front. And the tail. And the same, just to make sure everything is on the same level. I know this eyebrow is slightly higher, so I'm going to keep it slightly higher, because if I'm going to level it up completely, we will lose half of the eyebrow. I just still want to have the thickness on. And checking the thickness up here. Now I'm drawing this template only for myself, just to know where I'm going to put them. Keeping the thickness underneath. Yeah, I'm really happy with the results, so I'm just going to the threading all around. Let's practice our threading now on the model. So when you're doing a real person, you need to be really super careful. The skin, remember, the skin has to be super stretched. You need to ask your client to help you with the stretching and to actually put their hands into the right positions where you want them to be, because the person cannot see what they're doing. So we need to actually place their hand in the right position, and you need to control if they're stretching the skin enough. So let's move to the actual threading on the eyebrow. First of all, I did draw the shape with the pencil, what I want to leave, that's inside the shape, and what I want to remove, it's the outside the shape. I want to do the consultation with your client first as well, so they know what's going to be removed and what's going to be left there as well, so we don't remove too much. Now, starting with the top line of the eyebrow, I will be moving from the tail upwards, then I'm going to be moving from the arch inside, and that's on the client's left eyebrow. So without stretching first, you don't need to stretch here because the skin is quite firm. Make sure that there is no hair from the hairline is getting into your thread, because it's really painful if you're going to thread there here. So just putting a thread onto the skin, pressing firmly and moving up. Again, putting the thread onto the skin, pressing firmly and moving up. And that's removing all the hairs in line. My line and the threading line is not crossing the drawing in any way, otherwise half of the eyebrow will be gone. So I'm only positioning the thread exactly in line with the drawing. And just gently removing. Now, usually it's working with the faster pace. It's just to show you, I'm just going a bit slower. Usually it's kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down. Remember that your neck is not moving, it's the spine is moving. So we're going in line, catching all the hairs and up. In line, catching hairs and up. The hair is going different directions in the middle. That's why I'm going to be doing it from different sides. From left, from right, from behind. Making sure you have good lighting to see every single hair. If the hair is too small to remove, press harder and it will be removed. This needs to be removed as well. Now I can catch a few little ones up here as well, if the bone structure allows me. Now moving on the right eyebrow, on the top. Okay, Emily, I just need your help now. We're just going to put your right hand on the right eye. So with the two fingers, we're just going to pull down up here. With your left hand, we're just going to come all around and to push it up. So the skin up here should be really, really tight. That's perfect now. There's always a bit more pressure on this hand than on the bottom one on the eyelid. So we want that eyebrow to come up on the bone, so that area is flat for you. It's easier to thread then. And it's threading perfect. Smaller hairs are harder to remove, so you'd need to put more pressure on it, but still being careful not to graze the skin. Perfect. Same with the other side, just opposite hands. So this hand comes up on the top, and the two fingers from this one, we're just going to pull down up here. Perfect. And there is more pressure on this one to bring it up. You can bring it lower. Perfect. And turn to this side now. That's perfect. Some of the hairs are too small. Remember, it's only 1 millimeter that we can use. So always going in line with the drawing, only catching the hairs that you need. Remember, your eyes are always on the triangle to see what's removing. Starting from the outside, moving slowly to the inside, closer to the brow line. The idea is not to take too much. That's perfect. You can let it go now, Emily. Now I'm going to show you how to thread. I'm not going to thread you, but I'm just going to show how to stretch the skin in different areas of the face. So if you need to do the lip, for example, Emily, would you be able to put a tongue inside here? No, just your tongue here. See, that's stretched now. If you need to thread up here, Emily, just put your lips together. Inside. Yeah. And yeah, that will stretch this area here. Same on the other side, just with the tongue. If you need to do the threading up here, putting the tongue up here as well, look how nicely stretched this area is then as well. Now, if you need to do the chin and a little bit on the neck, I would ask the client just to move up higher now here, please, Emily. Just to move up higher. This will give a nice stretch here to the neck and to the chin up here. So usually it gives a nice stretch when the head is kind of slightly tilted to the back, and this area will be nicely stretched. Now with the sides of the face, it's the same. We can ask the client just to put their hand up here and just to stretch a little bit. So this area will be nicely stretched for you then, and you don't graze the skin. So once the threading is done, I'm just going to remove all the pencil lines, everything outside,